Hello and welcome back to the Sausage Curb podcast. Today we are going to be speaking about the British Touring Cars again, and it's going to be a roundup of our silly season. We'll see where everybody is. And we are starting with the guy on our screen that you can see here, Rick Parfitt Jr. Racing. So, what has Rick had to say for himself? Well, it came as no surprise really, I don't think, to anybody who's keeping in touch with the touring cars, etc. But he was pretty dejected and a bit down at the end of last season. We spoke to him actually briefly at the end of the last race at Brands Hatch, and he just seemed really down. He felt a little bit let down by the car and possibly by a bit of support from his team. I'm not going to lie, and I think he's made that quite clear on all social medias, etc. And he's basically just came out and said that he's given an official update to say that he's had some great offers, etc. to be racing back in the series, but he's going to have a year out to spend with the band because logistically it's an absolute nightmare trying to find his way around race weekends and the band. A lot of them will clash, during the festival seasons and during the summer, etc. So he's found that difficult, but I think he'll be back in the future. Let us know what you think of that, guys. And we'll move on to the next topic, which is Nick Hamilton. Now, Nick Hamilton has been a bit quiet actually on the socials. I've not really seen much from him, but he's popped up to say he's bagged his race license for 2023. It's quite positive really, because he said it used to take him 2 months to get his race license secured through multiple tests and analysis due to his condition, but now he's treated as an equal. Like any other driver, and he can get his license in a matter of days. So let's have a good year, he says, and he's holding up his license there. So where will he end up? Does he end up at Moffat Racing or elsewhere? Let us know in the comments. We'll move on to the next story, which is Jade Edwards. So Jade is posted today or yesterday, saying that basically 2023 is still very much pending, so no good news yet, but the work continues. And she's done a couple of hashtags BTCC and put a nice little artistic picture of last season's car there. So she wants to be back on the grid by the look of it. She's working hard to probably try and get the sponsorship and backing. We know it's not a cheap do. She's got a big following, and I think they'd be pretty devastated if she wasn't on the grid next season. So what do you think? Do you think Jade's going to make it on the grid? Let us know in the comments. And please remember to slap a like on this if you're watching. It really does help stick the videos, helps the YouTube algorithm to get in front of more people who might want to see this type of content. If you want to see more of this type of content, make sure you hit the subscribe button with a little bell beside it, and you'll get notified every time we post a video or any sort of upload that we do on YouTube. You'll get notified about it. So that's Jade. The next one is Mr. Sam Osborne. Sam gets a bit of stick. Generally on social media I've seen him getting a little bit of stick recently, which is a bit unfair. He says he's really looking forward to the 2023 season. Big eyes again, saying where's he going to be. Have a little throwback to this final round of the season where they had that special livery on the Focus. He says, I'm going to miss this beauty. Is that telling us that he's going elsewhere, or is he still going to be part of the motor-based team? I don't know, because are they going to stick with this car or are they changing car? I'm not sure. He seems to have thrown a little curveball in there saying, I'm going to miss this beauty, 2023 news incoming. So he's going to let us know his news incoming, so that's quite exciting. We'll see if there's going to be new cars or if he's going to go to a different team. We'll see soon enough. That's Sam Osborne. Mr. Jack Butel, what did he have to say for himself? I believe Jack's going to tell us where he's going on Monday, because he said last Monday a week and everything will become a bit more clearer. So he says, me and my team have got some exciting things in the pipeline with my merch store, but tell me, what kind of items would you like to see in stock? So he's shown some of his merch, his caps, etc. I'm just trying to see if there was one before. No, he done a little photography thing. He showed a little bit more about... yes, this was the one here. So he said, in a week's time, so this was on the 30th of January, he said, in a week's time, all will be revealed. Any guesses? There wasn't many guesses, actually. and that's him showing that he's basically signed for whoever he's signed for. Was there many guesses? Let's have a little look at the Twitter comments. I said, is Accelerate too obvious? Well, is it? I'm not sure. There's lots of different comments saying, assuming the BTCC. They're not giving much away, these folks, are they? So, you know, it could be the BTCC, or it could be another series, one of the support series, or elsewhere. Tom Oliphant's also playing the kind of guessing games. His Twitter name is Tom Oliphant BTCC, but will he be in the BTCC for next season? He said, don't break your stride. You're going to need all the momentum for what's coming. And then he's put hashtag motorsport, hashtag racing, what's next, the future. Then he's put in Australia and UK. So that is a little bit of a curveball. I'm not sure. Is it a UK team racing in Australia, an Australian team racing in the UK? Is it a bit of both? I'm not sure. So that'll be an interesting one. We'll see where he ends up. I thought I'd let you folks know. But the biggest news this week, which I'm sure you'll all know because it's been all over all socials, but if you don't, is this one. Laser Tools Racing are back in the British Touring Cars after declaring only a matter of weeks ago, well, it felt like weeks ago, that they were, well, no, it was a couple of months ago, wasn't it, that they were dropping out of the British Touring Cars and would no longer be a title sponsor. They're now back with MB Motorsport in the BTCC with Jake Hill. So this is really interesting. They were having a bit of a shirt tucking competition here, where this man thought, no, I am not tucking my shirt in, and you know what, he's owning it, so fair play to the guy. But what were they saying on this? Basically, MB Motorsport BTCC frontrunner Jake Hill have today, which was the 1st of February, revealed a striking new title partnership with automotive tool specialist Laser Tools. We will all know who Laser Tools are, which will see Laser Tools Racing with MB Motorsport take to the Quick Fit Touring Car Championship on the grid in 2023. With the Laser Tools Racing having forged a glowing reputation in Britain's Premier Motorsport, blah blah blah, we all know this. They're now going to be running in a BMW racing car, which, I mean, that's going to be a stunning car because everyone loves the Laser Tool liveries, etc. But it's a strange one, isn't it? I thought they were gone, but maybe stuff changed. You know, maybe Mr. Matt Blundell might have used some of his old F1, you know, sponsorship tactics and got in there and says, you know, we've got a guy who's most likely to be at the front of the grid next season. Is this deal more viable? One car rather than two? I don't know. I don't know how all the sponsorship works, but Matt Blundell, you know, he's obviously demonstrated something in there to get them on board, I'm guessing, and fair play to them. So what do you folks think of that? Because that is big news. It might have miffed off a few people up and down the grid. It might not. Everybody might have been happy with their support that they've had from Laser Tools over the years, etc. So what do you make of this one? Does this make Jake Hill stronger? Does this change anything for Jake Hill? Or is he going to be strong anyway because he's going to have another season in this BMW where he looked bloody quick last season? And what do you think of all the other drivers that we've discussed? Are they going to be in the BTCC or are they going elsewhere? Let us know in the comments. And as I said, subscribe, like this and share. And we will see you on the next video. Thanks very much for watching. I will hit the right button eventually. Cheers.